So, that was the penultimate episode of Fooly Cooly.
I feel like each episode, more and more things get destroyed.
Yeah. Especially cars. There are a lot of cars that get destroyed in the show.
Is this movie directed by Michael Bay then?
Michael Bay the anime. You have no budget on explosions, it's great.
Michael Baname.
Well, a lot more stuff went down in that episode than did the last one.
I think we learned a bit more about what's going on. Except this one had so much going on. Oh.
Yeah. One thing that I have been meaning to compliment on the episodes in the series for a long time, through the past few videos, is that many things happen within each, how long, 22-minute episode?
22 minutes, yeah.
And it doesn't feel awkwardly paced at all. It feels like I could almost be watching like half a season of an entire anime at a time, and it's very impressive.
It's weird though. It feels long. Like each episode feels longer than 22 minutes.
Oh yeah. By the way, were those those men who with guns with that eyebrow guy? Were they trained by stormtroopers? Because they can't land a single hit.
I was wondering like of the Matrix. Like that seemed like there's all the clones of like Mr. Smith fighting Neo.
Well, there's like symbolism now of the hand reaching for the iron.
Yep.
That's new.
I've been wondering what the hands were about for a while now, and I guess that makes a bit more sense. There's definitely a lot of things that could be looked farther into.
Yeah, the creator probably had a great vision of what he wanted, and staying and analyzing all the symbols in this is gonna take forever.
Yeah, it would.
I'm sure other people have already done it.
I'm sure. Yeah, other people have
you
definitely already done
you
it.
can find online
But
analysis.
This isn't something that you can understand in like 5 minutes. This is, for full understanding like that. This is like weeks worthy of stuff. Just one episode is enough to make you really dig deep into it, and if you actually start trying to analyze every little thing that happened, it would take forever to do.
I've been like trying to explain some of the things going on, saying how it's like a story about the main character aging as a man, and it could still be, but there's like other things going on.
Well, there's definitely strange relationship stuff going on between the main character and the other characters.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
The girlfriend of the mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still doesn't want to let go of his brother, and he has something for her.
And it makes me wonder if she knows about the American girlfriend that he has.
I'm not sure if she does, because in the first episode when he was about to tell her, they cut away showing like Haruko learning that information, and that's how we understood it. And then they cut back, and Mami like looked like she was reacting to something, but it also doesn't seem like she knows.
Alright.
She probably doesn't.
Either that or she doesn't want to accept it.
Also, I noticed there's a lot of references. Like, that moment where the guy was getting a haircut?
Oh yeah, the South Park scene.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, blatant South Park references within the show, which I was not expecting at all.
Neither was I.
But
In that
that's
scene,
interesting.
I thought about before, but like when it cut back in the like South Park art style back to like the regular one looked a bit different than usual too. Although that could just be because like, the show has a lot of it doesn't have a strict style like always uses, I guess.
It almost seemed like during a few of the scenes, like they just completely switched in animation style and like just drawing style.
I think it was because their budget is starting to wear.
Oh,
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Also,
I think it's good. It's still good
It's
animation.
still good.
so far we haven't
This was
seen
some of
much
the
of
best
it.
action
But
we've had.
we haven't seen much of guns at all. And this
No,
episode
like-
is just chock full of them.
This is the only episode that has guns in it.
That's
Alright.
true. Also, there was that stuff with John Woo. They were like making. There was like that tiny bit where they were making fun of John Woo films. If you've ever seen a John Woo film, they're like super melodramatic action films with tons of doves.
Alright.
They were like, "What's up with all these doves?" And I was like, "Oh, they're making fun of John Woo films, aren't they?"
But yeah, when they said John Woo in the preview for the last episode. There are a lot. I didn't expect there to be as many guns. There were a lot of guns this episode.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
They were like making fun of John Woo films.
Yeah.
And so like.
The gun motif whenever he cocks it, it's he's
Oh
getting
yeah,
cocky.
there was like
Yeah, it's
yeah,
he's
like-
getting cocky.
exactly. It's a pun.
Yeah.
It's a visual
You get
pun.
it.
And did you get the pun in this episode? The visual pun
I don't think
about
so.
Naota? Like when he was getting cocky, the gun thing in his head cocked.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I was just noting how it's like, well, this gun is cocked a lot. It really hasn't fired yet.
Yeah. Well, a lot of other guns fired.
Yeah. He's cocking other people's guns. It was just mine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good
Right.
running visual representation.
It took me the explanation from you guys to get the joke, but all right.
Mm-hmm.
I applaud them on that then. All right.
And
Well,
do you? I mean,
There
do
was
you know?
also-
You know? You know
called him the Pirate King.
well, what? I want to ask something. Both of you, like, what did you think when he said the Pirate King?
I thought he was talking about Naruto first. Naruto's the Pirate King. But then, I think he might be talking about Conti now. Just because everyone was looking at Conti in the end.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Oh my god.
do you know what? Do you know what they meant when
It was-
whenever that thing turns red, it's Adamus?
no.
Did you notice? This is something that I didn't really notice until I rewatched the show. But like every time Conti or Naota gets into Conti and then turns into like a fighting robot, like usually he's blue, but then when he's fighting, he's red.
Yeah, I've noticed that before.
It has something to do with Adamus, the Pirate King.
Okay.
And that's also, that's why at the end there, Haruko was looking at Conti like that.
But I thought that. Wait.
And
I thought the
something
pirate-
also we learned in this episode was that probably the reason Haruko uses guitars as weapons is because that's the weapon that Adamus uses. A very specific kind of guitar.
Yeah.
Which is probably the reason Haruko uses a guitar as a weapon, and why she wanted, she was kind of teaching Naota how to use one as a weapon too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a baseball bat when you've got a guitar. They didn't like that very much in my softball team, but I'll stand by it.
Hmm.
The creators must know a lot about guitars.
I thought the whole Pirate King thing was like a joke on One Piece.
I thought that too the first time I heard it, because I know that that's a thing in One Piece, but
Yeah.
even though I have never watched One Piece, but no, that actually is a serious thing. There's
Well,
a character who's Pirate.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get
that's
to-
actually smart.
it actually wasn't a reference, it was like they were being serious. There's actually Adamus is actually the Pirate King.
Huh.
I thought it was Treasure Planet, the Disney movie.
Ooh. That'd be
There was a Pirate King in that movie?
No, I just thought about it.
Hmm.
They talk about space pirate,
Oh yeah.
so I just thought, Treasure Planet?
Let's get the last episode, and then I think that'll be a wrap up.
No, wait, there's one more thing I have to say. The eyebrows guy,
Yeah.
he was the previous.
Yeah, definitely.
The South Park scene where he was getting a haircut was that wasn't real. That was sort of, we were seeing into his mind or something, but then he actually did get a haircut later.
Yeah.
And in the South Park scene, he was talking about a woman he hasn't seen in a long time and what kind of haircut he could get to impress her. That was obviously talking about Haruko. And then later, and then Haruko was actually there when he really got a haircut. It's hard to understand. And at another point, he said, "I'm not a kid anymore," which means whenever she met him,
I can buy
he was
my
a
own
kid
insurance.
too. Yeah, that implies that whenever he knew Haruko, he was a kid back then. So, I think that might mean he was her past victim, or
Yeah.
she tried to use his head. So I guess kids' heads are better to use than adults.
Yeah. He does have a good head though. Not as good as now, but
And that begs to differ. How old is she?
She said she was 19, but do you believe that?
I don't believe a lot of what Haruko says.
Yeah, she practically. Yeah,
So yeah, I guess the heads of children are easier to pull things through.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of the heads of adults.
Well, it was a ridiculous episode, but that's pretty normal for this series.
Yeah, the whole thing with the aliens. Yeah, so Haruko was probably going around finding different children and trying to use their heads to find this pirate king. And once she found him, she would probably like go off on some alien planet or something.
Well, let's see what happens then.
And remember before when you thought maybe the government people might be working with Medical Mechanica? In this episode, they said they didn't want that. Like they were trying to stop them.
Yeah.
Which we still don't really know what it does, Medical Mechanica.
Yeah.
But that's the next episode, fully climaxed.
Yes. Like something that Medical Mechanica is gonna do will like ruin this planet. Apparently.
But then there's still the iron, and we still don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Like we know the alien creatures coming out of her
I'm
head.
very interested now more than ever to see the next episode of the series.
Well, it is the last episode, so I guess let's move on to that.
Let's see what happens.
You ready to move on, Sharon? Okay.
To the fully end.